I wanted to share something with you that I have been really dealing with. I would say struggling with, but I don't think that it's gotten that deep, but it's something that I need to pay attention to. So, when we are in a waiting season, when God has promised us something and we're holding on to that promise, we haven't seen it yet. We have not seen the physical manifestation of said promise, but we're waiting. We can lose hope. And a scripture that keeps coming up for me that I realized I really need to meditate on is James chapter 1 verse 4, and this is the King James version. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. So what does that mean? It means that, this is the way that I interpret it. Yeah, God has something for us, and because God cannot lie, it's impossible for God to lie. I mean, why would he, right? He's not us, he's not man. God's gonna do it, but there's some things that he has to work out in us first, right? Because whatever it is that he has promised us, if he gave it to us right away, we would ruin it. In the time that we're waiting for it, he is trying to develop certain things in us, certain characteristics in us, where when we get the promise, one, we're not going to make the promise an idol, and two, we're not going to forget who gave us the promise. So we're not going to get whatever it is that we're waiting for and then push God to the side and stop spending time with him. So I truly believe that's why God has us wait, because he wants us to be just right when the promise comes. He wants us to be able to take care of the promise. Sorry, that's my oven. He wants us to take care of the promise. He wants us to be just right for what it is that he's trying to give to us, because otherwise we would ruin it. And then we would probably blame God. And then we would question, oh, did God really tell me that that's what was for me anyway? No, we would question it. We would just mess things up. So let patience have that perfect work in you. And not only that, one thing that really came to mind that made me open my eyes and say, whoa, in the time that we're waiting, the time that we're spending with God, praying and contending for the promise, we wouldn't be spending so much time with God if he just went ahead and just gave us the promise. Like, whatever it is that he's promised you, whether it's a baby, marriage, a promotion, a house, a car, whatever it is, you're probably spending more time with God than you ever have before while you're waiting for this promise to come to pass. Don't stop contending for the promise. Let God work through you and to develop in you what he needs to, so that way when the promise comes, it'll be that much better than you ever could have imagined.